Hello.
Hello. Hi, how are you doing? How's your Sunday going?
Pretty good. I took a nap, so
Very nice.
yes. Have snack. Good to go.
That sounds lovely, actually.
Mhm.
The reason why we're doing this late is because I went to see Pride and Prejudice in the cinema because it's the 20th anniversary.
Mhm.
And it was really amazing. I had a great time. So
I love that movie.
yeah, so it was really fun, but it was so nice. I don't know. I was like, oh, I've never seen it on the cinema before, but it was also weird because it's like not like 4K, right? So it feels funny to watch it on like a big screen, but it was nice.
Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
Let's see. It's outside.
Lovely.
Very hot here. I am drinking a glass of water and I'm reading a comic book which I'd like to finish this month. Awesome.
Oh, sounds great. It's been a really lovely day today.
Once again, struck by the rainbow color. Yeah, I've got a lot of rainbow type stuff in my background.
It's really nice. What are you gonna read today?
I actually have been reading The Sunrise of the Reaping.
Ooh, how far into it are you?
I am up to page 58. I'm about 4 chapters in.
Oh, okay. So just starting.
Hmm. Yeah,
Exciting.
I'm prepared to be emotionally obliterated. So,
Yeah, I read it a while ago. I think it's not my favorite, but I felt similarly about the ballad when I first read it, and then
mhm.
I ended up loving it. So I'm like, maybe I haven't fully taken it in yet. I'm sure I'm gonna reread it many times.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm actually so far preferring like this to Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Like, I liked all the Hunger Games books, but I felt like Snow's book was rushed. Like, it
mm,
didn't feel like there was like enough details like about him.
fair. For me, I like it because it was such a different perspective.
Hmm.
And I quite enjoyed it. I've to be fair, first time I read it, I was like, I don't know about this, but then the more I thought about it and like sat on it, I really enjoyed it. Um, but yeah, we'll see what I'm curious to hear what you think when you finish it.
Yeah, I'm very curious too. We were rushing towards the end of the month. I realized I have 3 books on the go, and I'm still not sure if I can finish them all. Yeah. Comic The comic book Ascension by Nicholas Binge and Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. Awesome.
Mm,
Ascension was actually
recommend.
recommended by the Wild Sasha during a sprint back when they were active on the booktubes.
Mm.
Ascension came up on a chat on Blue Sky. One chap did not like it, which immediately made me want to read it. So question is, did you decide to read it because like you were getting like some weird vibes from this guy, or do you just like do you just like hate read whatever you come into contact with that's like that somebody doesn't like? Like, I'm kind of curious about like how the thought process works on this.
Yes, or was the reasons they didn't like it compelling? Because I feel like that's sometimes I'm like someone's like, oh, I hate this, and this in it, and I'm like, oh, I love all of those things. I like check it out because of that.
Mm-hmm.
While you're answering that, I'm reading The Boyfriend Candidate by
Oh,
Ashley Winstead. I'm on a mission to finish my like physical TBR or like catch up on it at least. And yesterday, my friend was visiting. I was like, just choose whatever. I'll read whatever you choose. And she's reading This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead. So she
okay.
thought this was a fun contrast, but the same
Mm-hmm.
author. And I've read this much just this morning.
That's
I'm really
awesome.
into it. So I'm excited to keep going, actually.
I like romance books. You can just fly right through them.
Yeah, I know. She was like, "Oh, you want to finish in a week, so I'll choose a romance." I was like, "I'm gonna finish that in 2 days." Like in
Yeah.
a romance, I fly through.
All right. No weird vibes at all. I was generally curious to compare our preferences.
Mm.
I actually have a list on the Storygraph that tracks all the books that Bemused Bookworm on BookTube DNF, which I happen to have on my shelves. Likewise, just really curious to compare preferences. Makes sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I usually like I usually see like what kind of stuff they like, and if there's a book like there that they liked that I didn't like, and then like there's another book like there that they disliked that I, like that they disliked, I usually kind of like try to match like those preferences because like if like I try to like look at the reading pattern. So sometimes like you'll like something but simply by the fact somebody else hates it.
True.
Um, I thoroughly respect these chaps' opinions and want to see how I fare. It's just interested based upon respect. Awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Mm. So what are you reading first? Ascension or Artificial Condition?
If Billy Random on the intertubes is saying they dislike something, I'll ignore it. But if I follow somebody and I'm interested in their opinion, that's very different. Yes. Yes.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, there's those too. And sometimes like like you like to listen to people who hate read books, just to see.
Out of interest.
Yeah. Which is like why like I truly believe like that, like every reader, like like every reader is going to be like a little bit different. You just have to find which ones you click with.
True. It's like every book has its reader somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I was reading Ascension in the hammock just a few minutes ago, but I have my comic book beside me as there's a chance of finishing it tonight. That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of like I haven't like read that much like this week because I started watching the Day of the Jackal with Eddie Redmayne on Peacock, and I finished the first season. They only have one season out because it's like brand new, but like it's about an assassin, and I love Eddie Redmayne.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
It was actually really, really good, and it's done so well. They've already approved it for a second season.
Nice. Love
So
that. It's not common these days.
no, and see that's like why I try to like to not get emotionally invested in shows though, because like they preemptively cancel them even though there's enough people who are interested in it to keep it going. It's just not enough for them to make it worth their while financially, which I hate because it's like you're going to spite your reader, like your watchership, like because there's not enough people, even though sometimes like you don't get popularity until the second or third season of something.
Yeah. 100%. I feel like I now with Netflix, I'm like, I don't want to start this show because you're just going to cancel it and I'm just going to be upset that I didn't
Mhm.
get like continuation. And then, for example, I've been watching Wheel of Time. It's on third season now. And like it's getting so much better with every season. Like first season wasn't good. Second had its like bright moments. Third, I'm only on third episode, but
Mhm.
still. And I'm like, see, if you give it a chance, it can be better. There's so many
Yeah.
shows that are my favorite that the first season's just rough, but then it finds its footing.
Mhm.
It's really good.
Yeah, exactly, and, like, that's, like, why I feel like they keep, like, canceling these things, like, too preemptively.
100%. It's like, oh, it's not immediate smash hit. Goodbye. It's like
Yeah.
it will never gain its. And sometimes they're like, yeah, we're canceling it literally like 2 weeks after it came out. I'm like, so
Mhm.
people won't watch it now because why would they? Because it's going to be unfinished. So you're literally shooting yourself in the foot. I
Yep.
don't get that.
Yeah,
Like
that's
at least
exactly it.
2 seasons. If it's not meant to be, obviously, a mini series, which is different. At least 2 seasons. Come on.
Yes. Alright, I spent the first few hours of the day planning out some of my tomato plants. Ooh, nice. In a tomato glass house that I constructed yesterday. I have had a bit too much sun. I will not last long this evening. I understand like that. There's something about, being out in the sun a lot that makes you sleepy. I missed one. Like if you chaps say you DNF'd a book I have, my interest soars significantly. I would feed back to you if I felt you wouldn't mind. Not a well. I liked it. Nah. I hope if that's clear. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that. I think it's sometimes so fun to be like, talk to someone and they have such a different opinion, and you're like,
Mhm.
interesting.
I know. I have just started watching Silo season 2 on Apple TV Plus and A House of the Dragon season 2 on Sky Atlantic. Have you watched Severance?
I
Like, I haven't finished the first season because I knew like that it was gonna go on like leave on a cliffhanger, and they already have the second season out, and I'm kind of like, but did that leave on a cliffhanger too? And I'm gonna be like in suspense until we get season 3. Like, what's happening? Because
yeah.
I'm just so
I
concerned.
I haven't watched it, but like my fiance watches it and he will, as soon as the episode is out, and like he doesn't have Apple Plus, but I do, so he just will like, can I use your phone to watch it? To watch it? And I'm like, it must be really good if he's this invested in it. And I logged into another television so he can watch it. And so Severance and Silo are two that I'm like, he's so obsessed with it, it must be really good. So I keep thinking I should probably watch it.
The concept is really interesting, which is
It
like what
is.
kind of made me very interested in it. And I kind of like slacked off because I'm just like, I don't like, I'm getting like way too into this. And there's like, I know it's going to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I watched Severance season 1, yes, not season 2. I was somewhat bored, but oh boy, does it end with a bam. I have no doubt because it was really like working up to something like there in season 1, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, it was so interesting.
Yeah.
Do you
No, but I don't know. He's weird like that. He watches lots of shows and TV. To be fair, I only either watch stuff on my phone or my proper TV. I've realized I've not watched anything on my laptop in like years. So
Yeah.
those things. He can watch it on the when I logged in on the TV as much as he want. But yes, if it's on my phone, I'm using it. So he can't just have it. But it's
Mm-mm.
like because you need to log like it's connected to your iCloud or like your whatever, like your Apple profile. You don't want to just like log in on someone else's account because then
Mhm.
your whole thing is messed up. So actually, I feel like they have us there. It's like, oh damn, it's connected to everything, so I need to get my own kind of thing.
Now we're heading into yeah. Well,
Very
I
nice,
understand that too because you want to be outside during summer,
for sure.
except in Florida where you burn.
You're like winter actually is the best time to be outside.
I mean, right now it's been gorgeous out like right now, and this is like the longest like spring weather we've had since I can remember. So it kind of makes me like wonder what hurricane season is going to be like.
Mm.
I was listening to a podcast today talking about how sharing a Spotify account with his daughter messed up his recommendations and he cannot reset it. That'll do that. Yeah.
True. Yeah, sometimes even Netflix, I'm like, what is this?
Mhm.
Clearly not me.
Mm-mm. All right. So, are you guys interested in doing the first round?
Yes, because I really want to keep going.
Yeah. All right, let me get this. Present. Share screen. Okay. Me. There we go. All right. I will start this.
See you
See you guys
soon.
in 45.
See ya.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Sorry, my computer rebooted, so it kicked me out.
Yeah, happens.
How did your reading go?
Pretty good. I just I didn't read that much. Like I scrolled on my phone for like a little bit, and then I just now started chapter 6. So I got like a little over like one chapter in.
Nice. I read quite a few, but actually not sure how many. But now I'm
Mhm.
probably like 60% in. So
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
been fun.
Yeah.
Tufty, how did you do? Do you have any fun plans for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make dinner and lay back down.
Nice. What's for dinner?
Um, I don't know yet. Like I think I'm gonna have like salmon and then like maybe like mixed vegetables or something. Hi, Carolina. Yeah, we're gonna be doing at least one more. Usually we run about 45 minutes because we are probably going to be ending like this around 4 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, we'll do at least one more.
Yeah.
I've been outside planting the garden, so I have not looked at the socials all day. Yes, Carolina. What are you going to be doing during the sprints?
And Tufty, it's okay. We all need some scroll time.
Yes, definitely.
It's like a treat.
Yes. I get sucked into baby animals and other stuff. Like whatever like was randomly like, coming through. Lots going on in the news, like just everything.
Yeah, true.
So,
Yep.
reading a YA fantasy book, A Darker Shade of Magic. Ooh. Is it
Have
the
you read that,
first?
Kira?
Huh?
Have you read that?
Yeah, it's V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I heard of it, but I only started reading it, but I wasn't super into it.
Yeah.
Um, but I was like literally like a chapter in, so I wouldn't even consider it really trying.
I do like her writing as far as like the worlds, the concepts for the worlds that she
Mm,
built. I really like the concepts.
yeah. Well, I'm really excited because I actually signed. She's doing a book tour for Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil.
Hmm.
I got tickets, so we're gonna go
Awesome.
see her.
Yay.
Very excited.
Yes.
I've actually never like proper loved the book from her, but I'm so intrigued every time. I'm like, I want to try.
Yeah.
Do this one.
I'm still like a huge like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Like that's still probably like my favorite book. That very closely like with her villain series.
I
I
haven't read.
love those, and she announced that she just finished the third book in that series, and I am so into it because I loved that series, Victor,
Mm.
and everything. Um, but I also like the like one that they don't really talk about as much as I loved her Monsters of Verity series. It's a duology. And
Mm.
that was very intriguing. Like I really liked the premise for it, how it was written. Like I feel like it's such an underrated series of hers because I don't feel like anybody like really talks about that one as much.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I really love that one. That one was one of my favorites.
Mm.
So, uh, need to put the garden to bed for the night. This involves putting the outside tomato plants back into the greenhouse and putting some indoor trays. Yeah, you don't want them to freeze.
Mm.
The guest cat joined me on the picnic bench for a little bit during the sprint. Aw.
Well,
The only one I have is the Addie LaRue book, but I have not read it yet. Yes. 3 days left in the month to read 500 odd pages. This is going to be a challenge. I have confidence in you, Tofty.
you can do it.
Yes. You might be tired. You might lose some sleep, but I honestly believe you can do it.
Uh, with the right book, you can read that in one day.
Hmm.
Just motivation.
Yes, definitely. Um,
Yeah.
your thoughts? Well, so we're not going to have time to do like any of the what do you call it? The like discussions like in May. Like pretty much both of us have pretty packed schedules in May. So we're probably going to be talking about like closer to the beginning of June for the second book.
Yeah. I think we said 25th of May or 1st of June, but we haven't decided, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, completely understand because you definitely like want to be able to discuss the book with us.
For
So,
sure. Yeah.
but yeah, we're thinking like like last week in
Don't
May,
mind.
beginning of June, so somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we'll talk about that.
Yeah, lots of time, don't worry.
Yeah, you have plenty of time, so you're good to go.
I am excited for it. I'm
Yes,
like, yeah, I'm ready.
yes. So looking forward to it.
But yeah, it's gonna go by quickly.
Yeah.
Months always do.
hmm And then we can start because like usually we start discussing like our next series like by the time we've read like the second book in the trilogy.
True.
And then we kind of like start mulling it over. It gives us like a month to think about it so that we have some semblance of like what direction we're going to be headed after the next series.
Yeah. I'm excited. The possibilities are
Mm-hmm.
very exciting.
There's a
So
lot of good stuff out like right now that I've been wanting to read, and like some good standalones and everything else.
mm,
So
yeah, for sure. Excited.
yes. So are we interested in doing another sprint?
Yeah.
It's sat on my living room floor right now as I type to you today. uh, I'm starting to put piles of books on the floor when I start having thoughts about reading this or that, so that I don't forget what thoughts I've had. Hey, everybody has the organizational pile of books. Like you have like the one you thought about like a few months ago, and then like the one you thought about recently, and then you sometimes you repile the ones you thought about recently. Like it's all just kind of going together.
Yeah.
I was trying to read things that I had just arrived at a book haul, but I'm failing at that already. Yeah, speaking of that, I recently got 2 new books.
Ooh.
Women Living Deliciously.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know, it's like full color, like it's all like about like feminism and
Oh
powerful
my
and,
God, so cool.
yes. And then The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle, which has been like
Mm.
around. The introduction is by Patrick Rothfuss.
Mm.
This was like oversold to me like the other day and I cannot stop thinking about it. Now I have to read it. I remember liking the
Mm.
anime. So,
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because there's like a movie about unicorn that's come out recently. It's like a horror. I was like, is that connected in any way? But I
no,
guess.
this is based off of like that there was an anime like at one point and it was actually based off of that book.
Oh, okay.
And I remember like it because it was like I believe it was like from like the like late 80s, like early like 90s
Mm.
or I mean, don't quote me on that, but I think that was like pretty much the time frame. But I think you can like watch it like for free, like on some of the streaming channels.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it was such a popular thing like when I was a kid, and it was a really beautiful story. So I'm like really like kind of like looking forward to that. I'm trying to figure
Mm,
out when I want to prioritize that, but I might be in the mood for something kind of more violent after this, but I'm not sure. So,
that's fair.
all right, I will set up for the reading sprint.
Sprint, sprint, sprint.
Yes. All right, so let's get going. See you guys in 45.
Bye. here.
Sorry, I was involved.
All good. Ooh.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you read or?
Yeah, I read some and then like I took a quick break and then like I went back to reading. I was almost finished like with the it was the 7th chapter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm getting there.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
almost 100 pages in. So
Sounds good.
What'd you do?
Wedding planning actually. So I was on a different call talking to my fiance about budgets, which was fun. As
Yeah.
always. But yeah, so I didn't read anything. But when in our last sprint, I literally like finished a chapter. We had 5 seconds left, and that felt so satisfying to like end the chapter perfectly. So
Yeah. That's
but yeah,
great.
I'm like page 218, so
Yay.
I'm gonna read a bit before bed. Oh no, Tufty.
I failed to read this sprint. I am a failure. I put the garden to bed that came to find Sci-Fi Scavenger booktube channel is doing a Q&A live stream, so I joined that for a bit. Nice. I mean, honestly, like a lot of these sprints are for productivity anyway, so you still got something done.
True.
I mean, that's not a fail. I was reading a thing about the average cost of wedding. It was horrifying, 29.
Mate, that's
Yeah.
low. Oh, it
Yeah.
is an expensive business. But I'm just
Profitable.
thinking about it like we're throwing like a 3-day party, so it's fine. It's just throwing a party.
Yeah.
And you know, parties they cost money.
Yep, they do.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel that, but I still got to go make dinner and stuff.
Mm,
20, 29 pound K is low. No way.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, it is. Like a lot of people spend it's pretty common for people to spend $100,000 on it.
Oh, it's crazy. We're not quite there.
Yeah.
We're like not there, but it is crazy because everything is just more expensive than you expect. I know. Ugh,
It's so true. Like you can actually buy yourself a whole new library for that.
it's true, man. Spending money on silly stuff.
Mhm. That's so great. Thinking like a true reader.
Exactly. I saw this pretty book today. It was The Death of the Author by Nandia Okorafor, who
Oh
I
yeah.
love. I haven't read the book yet, but I was very excited. But I was like, oh, I'm trying to read through my physical TBR and I don't need the hardback. And it was also like £20, which like I know in the US adult hardbacks are quite expensive, but like in the UK, I was like, that's pricey for a book. Normally they're like
Yeah.
15 max. So I was like, I'll be waiting for the paperback.
Mhm. Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. So we said we are gonna end at around 2, which is that's about 4 my time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to finish off my wedding planning, go to bed. Haven't really had dinner, but I'm like, I had some chocolate. That's dinner, right?
I mean, I would consider it the adult dinner or girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Yeah.
That was me today. Oh,
I don't think there's anything wrong with girl dinner. See, my
right.
problem is like if I eat light like that, I will wake up at, like near midnight and be starving and I won't sleep well. I do not sleep well like unless I have like a pretty full belly.
Hmm. See, I'm like the opposite. Like I can totally go to bed hungry. Like for me, if I'm hungry and it's late, I just go to bed. Because then I'm like, I forget. I mean, obviously, sometimes if I'm like, if you're really, really, really hungry, then it's hard. But if I'm like peckish, I'm like, I'll just go to bed and
Mhm.
I'll forget that I'm hungry because I'll be asleep. 'Cause sometimes I feel like maybe if I eat too close to bed, actually, I don't sleep that well because you're still like, I don't know, full too full. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think because we had like a 2 p.m. lunch kind of threw me because it was kind of late to be eating lunch
Mhm.
later than usual. So I was just like, mm,
Let's see. What do you guys like to collect? Do you have too many of? I have too many guitars, not a lot, too many, and way too many books, which is my main collection.
too many guitars is cool.
That is awesome. I like that.
It's very cool.
I have some emergency cookies. I warmed up some food in the oven, and while it is on, I added some frozen cookie dough after taking my dinner out. They're all gone. That
Good.
sounds wonderful. Um, yeah, not eating too much, but, like, eating, like, just enough to where I'll be hungry for breakfast the next morning and
Smart.
not starving, like, like, at some point throughout the night.
Fair. Yeah, no,
But
I'm starving when I wake up. I'm like,
yeah.
"Ugh, time for food." But what do you collect? Well, books, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, now yarn. I wouldn't say I collect it. I buy it excessively, is what I would say, because I'm like, "I'll make something." And lately, I think I'm having too many plans. I don't have that many plans, but just thinking about the next time we have to move, I am not envious of myself and my many plans. So that's my 3 vices, I would say.
Yeah. Um, well, I collect anything like Lilo and Stitch. I'm a huge
Nice.
Lilo and Stitch fan, but of course, like, there's books. And anything having to do, like, with fashion, like, I love clothes,
Mm,
accessories, shoes, handbags, you name it, like, I'm obsessed with all of that.
nice. I
Yeah.
have a question for you. Slightly off topic. Have you watched the new Lilo and Stitch trailer, and are you excited? What are your thoughts and feelings as
I
of
am very excited about the Lilo and Stitch, live action. Um, I'm hoping they don't muck it up. Like, I mean, it looks good, like, it looks like it's gonna be pretty close to the original. It is gonna be, like, about I wanna say about half an hour longer than the original movie.
Hmm.
So that means they're probably gonna be adding quite a bit to it, but I hope, like, they make it well worth the the time.
Yeah, makes sense.
I do like the animation. I think the little girl that they picked for Lilo is going to be perfect. Um, I don't think the guy that they picked for David is handsome enough. I'm sorry. I just don't. He was very, very hot, like, in the cartoon, you know? Like, almost irresistible hot, and you're, like, looking at Nani like, "How do you not like him?" Like, he's sweet, he's caring, he's emotionally available, and he's hot, you know?
That's true.
So,
Wow.
like, in my personal opinion, I don't think he's good looking enough to be David, but, like, that's personal, surface level. Maybe he embodies the energy of David, you know, and I don't know it yet,
That's
but
fair.
yeah.
That's
So
fair.
I'm kinda like just kinda like, like, waiting to see, like, how I feel about him because, he was, like, always, like, trying to get her to date him, like, "Hey, I found you a job, like, you have time to go on that date now."
He is such a cutie.
I know, like, he was always, like, all over her, like, like, for respectfully, like, though, like, just enough to be like, "Hey, I'm here to help you. Hey, I'm here to make you feel better." Like, the surfboarding stuff, like, when she was, like, at her lowest, like, I loved David. So,
Mm.
I'm kinda like, oh, I don't know how I feel about the guy they picked for him.
I actually don't remember him from the trailer very much. Something that surprised me, and this is just my lack of like awareness of the original, was how young Lilo was.
Mhm,
Because in my head she was like 10, but then I realized she's meant to be 6, and obviously the actress they chose is like really tiny. And I was like, what? She feels
yep,
so young. Because
I
obviously in
know,
the cartoon, like she just sounded more like a grown-up kid, I guess. So I was like
mhm.
shocked.
Well, I mean, I feel like she was very, like, into emotionally advanced compared to her like counterparts because she had to be like she lost her parents at a very like young age. But you don't I've like watched that movie like a million times. Like we actually don't talk about the fact like that her feeding Pudge the fish a peanut butter sandwich like right at the beginning because she believes he controls the weather. It's because her parents died in a like in a rainstorm.
Aw.
So that's her dealing with her trauma. And
Mm.
nobody talks about that. They just treat her like the weird girl. And I'm like, she is kind of the weird girl, but she's like cool. Like she's like the cool weird girl. Like she's the weird girl I would have wanted to be. She's very like, like in tune like with everything.
Yeah. And it's like crazy she was so little, have to go through all that. I was like, man, what is this 6-year-old doing fighting aliens?
I know. And befriending them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. That too.
Mhm. Yeah. No, I'm really like looking forward to it. I have it marked in my calendar and hope to see it the weekend it comes out because
Nice.
this is like a long, like awaited. I need more I need more Lilo and Stitch in my life. Like one of my comfort movies. Like I have watched like that at least over 500 times.
Oh, so cute. I need to
So,
rewatch it. I've not seen it in ages. Like I used to love it as a kid, but I've not seen it in a while.
oh, I love Lilo and Stitch too, though too.
I really liked 2, and then I liked the TV show they had. I remember
Yes.
watching that, and it was
Yep.
really fun. And I loved all the different like stitches. I don't know what their name is, but
Yeah, the experiments. Yeah, that
yeah.
was a lot of fun. That was, like, such a missed opportunity, like, though, because like, they coulda come out, like, with Funko Pops and, like, capitalized, like, more, like, on the other experiments and kind of highlighted, like, more about them, you
Mm,
know? They just didn't. Yeah, um I mean, but you have to understand, like, I've been watching this movie since it came out, and, like, the second it was, like, out, like, I owned it on DVD, and I continued to watch it, like, over and over and over again, and even as an adult, like, I still love that movie because, like, of everything, like, I've grown up with it, like, I've noticed, like, more and more things, like, as I've gotten older about that movie, like, and how much emotional depth it has, so, like, it's actually just grown up with me, and I've loved it since, like, it came out. Probably, like, back in what was it, 2001?
mm. Yeah, and I feel also when you're a kid, it's like you watch your favorite stuff on a repeat, right? Like
Yeah,
I've seen Lion King so many times as a kid.
yeah, I mean,
It's
I
so
definitely believe that you do that. Um, I don't
yeah.
know. I've never actually grown out of it, like, there's stuff, like, I go back and watch and I'm like, "Man, this did not age well," or, "I'm in a
Yeah.
different place, like, now, I don't like this as much." I can't say that about Lilo and Stitch.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
think
the movie's really good, but it looks pretty good. It looks much better than most of the remakes.
well, I
Although
thought
I like loved Little Mermaid remake.
yes.
I watched it and I came home and I watched it again. I was like, I'm gonna rewatch that now. I think I've seen it in the cinema twice, which I never do.
Yeah. Uh, I was struggled to answer a question about a comfort movie, I really don't know. Somebody was asking about a comfort read on the socials recently, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you read, like, a lot of, like, new stuff though, Tufty. You know, like, this is
Yeah.
I feel like those, comfort reads are for people, like, that do a ton of rereading.
Yeah, I find it hard to like say I have a comfort read because I never really rewatched any like reread anything that many times. Maybe Pride and Prejudice I read twice or 3 times now. And like I read like Hunger Games many times, but I wouldn't say my comfort. But for movies for sure, Pride and Prejudice is my like comfort. Like if I want to feel nice and happy and warm, that's what I put on.
Yeah.
It's just like nice.
I love that Pride and Prejudice too. What sparks you reading a comfort movie or book? Um Like, if I'm sleeping, I like to have it playing in the background, like, I mean, Lilo and Stitch is kinda my go-to, like, I play it, like, on the background, like, it helps me sleep, like, honestly, I've watched it so many times, like, that I could go right to sleep. If I'm having trouble sleeping, like, that night, I can turn it on, and I'll
Mm,
be out, like, in no time.
nice.
So,
Yeah, I think it's that like that I totally agree. And then always so also just like like if you want to feel like comforted, like some like maybe you're a bit sad or stressed and you just need something easy, make you
mhm,
happy. Like for right now, sometimes just the mood strikes. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that's what I need to do now.
yep, I know. I don't really do, like, a lot of comfort reads, though, because, like, I also do not do a ton of rereading.
Yeah, I feel like comfort read is just like a lot of like a big commitment. Like you're not gonna finish unless it's something very short. You're not gonna finish it in
Yeah.
a day, right? Versus a movie, it's only like 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly, or like a new rom-com I haven't read yet.
Yeah,
'Cause that's those rom-coms tend to be, like, really good, you know, like,
true.
sometimes emotionally heavy, but, like, really good comfort reads because like, they usually tend to be pretty happy overall.
That's true. Yeah. There's a
So, uh, I've had a late afternoon nap yesterday, I put a podcast on, woke up when it finished. I lost an hour. Sounds about right. I do that with, like, audiobooks, I have to be driving to listen to audiobooks.
mm,
I don't do comfort reading, and likewise, I rarely reread unless I'm wanting a refresher before continuing a series. Yeah, I feel like Tufty, like, for people, like, that don't reread a lot, you know? Like, we go to comfort genres, not
mm,
comfort rereads.
true.
So, yeah. I mean, for me, like, actually, like, as emotionally devastating as it is, we all know what I'm gonna talk about next. Sun Eater is actually a big comfort read for me because for some reason, I'm very comfortable with outer space. I
Hmm,
don't know what it is,
interesting.
but I mean, like, that has to be, like, the weird I mean, I feel like it's such a weird pick, like, though, overall for, like, comfort read because there's really not much comforting about it because it's just so jarring, like, in so many ways, but it's, like, the way it's written and then, like, the plateau of, like, space and, like, the vastness of it, and being able to feel small, like, in comparison, like, to, like, the vastness of it. I don't know, like, there's just something so comforting, like, about, like, like, my problems or my daily, like, life being so small compared to everything else.
Hmm, I like that. That's very nice.
Yeah. Actual genuine proper laugh out here, I know what you were going for there. Yeah. Oh, I missed one. Um, I am a bit partial to rom-coms with Rachel from Friends. Why can I not recall her name?
It's Jennifer Aniston.
Yep, Jennifer Aniston.
There you go. Yeah, she's in some like fun stuff. Yeah, I love a good like rom-com if you're feeling down, or like just like a Disney movie. Like put it on, chill.
Mhm.
Nice. But yeah, but I know what you mean because sometimes like with books, actually, like it's like I my favorite books are probably like quite emotionally devastating kind of thing because they made an impact, right? So it's like yes, it's sad, but also I'm comforted because I love it. Like the writing or something is really good about it.
Yes.
Book that I'm actually reread for like comfort. I read it recently. It's called Dragon Fruit. Um, and it's just it made me feel like, like I love pirate
Mhm.
stuff for some reason. Like the idea of like sea foam in your hair and just like the freedom. And it really gave me that feeling. So I feel like if I'm like craving it, I might reread it. It's like that's why I love watching Pirates of the Caribbean. I just feel like free in the
Yes.
wind. So yeah, do that. But yeah.
Uh, I think I know which book you're talking about. I have, like, the, idea of, like, the cover in my head.
Yeah, I can show you. Actually, it's so beautiful. It's this one.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
She's a beaut.
She is gorgeous.
Also inside, very beautiful.
Yes.
And not too sad, so actually it might work as a comfort.
Oh, so Tufty's already said there's always too many books, TV shows, movies, podcasts, albums, etc. I don't want to waste time in revisiting things. I feel exactly the same way. Like I have like a whole like list on like whatever streaming channels I have. Like each like list is like stuff that I want to get to, new movies that I haven't seen before. I know like
Mm.
a lot of people love to rewatch movies, and I do too. Like I'm actually currently like rewatching The Hunger Games because I started because I've been reading like The Sunrise on the Reaping, so
Yes.
I got in the mood for a rewatch on those usually before bed because I know I'll fall asleep and then I fast forward like to where I miss like where I
Mm.
left off and then I eventually at one point finish it. Um, but yeah, like there's just I don't know, like when I'm fully coherent, I want to be able to watch new stuff.
Yeah. I get that about books. With TV, I'm completely the opposite. Like I will rewatch the same sitcoms over and over and over to the point now I'm kind of bored because I know so well what's gonna happen. So I'm like, let's try some. But I think with me, it's like I don't watch that much TV, so it feels risky to watch something and then it not be good. So I'd rather
Yeah.
just watch something that I know is good, but then don't find new favorite stuff. So I've definitely tried to be a bit better about it. But there was a period where I was like, I've not seen anything new in a year
Mhm.
because I don't like now that I crochet, I've been watching a lot of TV, but there was a period where I was like, did not watch TV at all. So I was like, I'm not wasting my time with something that might be bad.
Yeah. I understand that too.
Mm, it's a
Mm.
tricky game.
I think I like rom-coms with older actors. I'm too old to watch the little kids nowadays, so Jennifer Aniston is the right age.
Fair.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't watch much TV, I just watch lots of the BookTube. Well, there's a lot of stuff to watch, like the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Have you seen that?
No.
You've never heard of the Lizzie Bennet Diaries?
No, what is that?
It was an old project by Hank Green,
Oh,
and, it's Pride and Prejudice in vlog form.
what?
How have you not heard of it? Oh my god.
It looks a little cringe, I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is a little cringe, but it's kind of fun too.
Okay. I've seen people from it, like, in
Like,
other things, but I've never seen that. Maybe I've heard of it, but I've definitely never watched that.
okay,
That's so funny.
so Tufty doesn't know who Hank Green is. It's John Green's brother. They do the Vlog Brothers. If you you should like look up the Vlog Brothers. Like I love the Vlog Brothers because like they do very thought provoking talks, like very like short thought provoking talks. Like you know, like they're very like well read.
Yeah.
John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars, Paper Towns, um, the the Anthropocene Reviewed, and most recently he wrote Everything Tuberculosis. The Anthropocene Reviewed was his debut for nonfiction, and the Everything Tuberculosis is his second nonfiction book. The other books are geared towards YA, so maybe that's why you're not too familiar with him because he does generally do like a ton, like he's originally wrote a ton of YA, but they're all very good. And actually, Hank Green at one point did write a like modern science fiction duology. So yeah, but I love them so much. Like they're very big on charity work. Like they do a ton of really good things. Like they have a huge following. But yeah,
Yeah. I've recently started watching John Green's videos because, like, the one about dire wolves popped up. And now I keep getting, like, recommended. And
oh,
it's really fun because you get to learn stuff. I learned about more about coral reefs the
yeah.
other day. It's really good.
Well, that's a wonderful thing. That's like why I loved the Anthropocene Reviewed so much. Is because it felt like his Vlog Brother stuff. You
Yeah.
know, like he makes like the most like things like that I don't care about. Like I'm not a huge fan of soccer. Like I mean, I'm sorry, but soccer is just not big over here. And you know, like he just makes everything just so interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like I like the stuff like that I would never think that I'd be interested in, and he just could like plays on my heartstrings like with whatever he's doing with it.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yes. So you're adding new YouTube channels to my subscription list. It took me weeks to catch up with my YouTube subscription backlog recently. I'm one day behind type today as I type. Sorry, Tufty, but
Yeah.
the Vlog Brothers will be well worth your time.
Yeah. Also, you're very, like, I forget the word, but, like, really good at I just watch random stuff that I see. I'm like, I've subscribed to all these people that but I never, like, the only, like, channel I watch everything is, like, Books and Lala and, like, maybe Katie Wismer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hate to say it, but like I'm not even like watching nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Mainly because I don't have the time.
Yeah.
Also because like I mean like I'm usually scrolling on TikTok or something else like that.
Mhm.
Most of like what I hear or on Instagram or something like that. Like I need to do like more with um booktube, but it's just been I don't know, like I've just been so tired, like I just don't have the added energy. And I'm writing more like with my poetry and stuff too, so like
Yeah,
that kind
it
of
takes
makes a
time,
difference.
for sure.
I aggressively mute anything to do with soccer, football on the socials, cannot stand either. Watching a random YouTube video leads down rabbit holes. It sure does. You'll learn everything you need to know about tuberculosis at some point from John
Oh.
Green, which is actually very interesting. I think my favorite part of that book, because I just finished Everything Tuberculosis, was how like they referenced how European fashion was actually still influenced by tuberculosis because
Mm.
people with tuberculosis were ultra skinny. They had like the red patches around their eyes, and if you like notice like a lot of those models like today, like they put makeup like for red patches around the eyes, like to give the eyes a sunken look, which in tuberculosis gives your eyes a sunken look. And at one point tuberculosis was actually revered as giving you like these intrinsically like creative or like pristine qualities like that they always attributed like if you had those qualities, oh, it must be because of your tuberculosis.
Interesting.
I know.
Fascinating. I can't wait to read that.
It's so good. But that was like my favorite part of like that book because it was just so
Nice.
interesting. I prefer the chronology. Like I like keeping up with folks whom I like hearing from on YouTube. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
fair.
Well, the Vlog Brothers, Hank does like Tuesdays or Thursdays, and John does like Tuesdays or Thursdays. I can't remember like which one. It's been a while. Like I usually like pop on randomly and like watch their stuff because like you can pretty much like watch it like randomly, but It's been a while since I've even watched those, but I still really love watching them. Like when I get the chance, there's still like a lot of good information out there. So
Yeah, sounds very good.
yep, I
Do you
think it's
mind if
time.
we? Yeah, I was gonna say I am yawning because
Yeah,
normally I
okay.
go to bed in like half an hour. So
Well,
it's getting
thanks
ready.
for joining us.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very fun.
Yes. So we'll probably see everybody like towards the end of May, beginning of June, and we
Yes.
will discuss books and stuff. So, all right.
Excited.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful, like, 3 weeks or month or so, depending on how long we go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to end stream. Bye bye.